X-Men.
The movie starts with Principal X describing what a mutation is. Then we get a hard cut to Poland, 1944, during the Nazi Holocaust. We see baby Magneto and his family being separated by the Nazis. He fights to save his parents' lives, but he ultimately fails. This is one of the boldest openings in any super flick. Jump to present day where we're introduced to a random white girl named Rogue. She ends up pinning her boyfriend into a coma. I believe it was due to her stinking ass breath or something.
What is that?
During a congressional hearing, the racist Senator Kelly rants about his fear of mutants. The people seem to agree with his fear-mongering. Principal X sees his ex-boyfriend Eric leaving in disgust, so he goes to see what he's fixing to do. We're introduced to this flick's main villain, Magneto.
I'm looking for hope.
I will bring you hope, old friend. Don't get in my way.
Sir Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen are the two best castings in superhero movie history. They nailed these roles to a T.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Back to Rogue, who's still on the run for almost killing her boyfriend with deadly halitosis. She heads out to Canada to a crappy dive bar where she runs into the lifeblood of the franchise, Logan, aka
Wolverine.
Logan makes quick work of Goldberg in a cage fight.
Come here!
After that ass whooping, Horace Hogan pulls up on Logan talking real greasy, but he shuts that shit down real quick. The claw pop, another iconic moment that feels minuscule nowadays, but it was huge when I saw this as a kid. 23 years later, Hugh Jackman is coming back to reprise his legendary role. After that fracas, Logan is willing to help out Rogue and gives her a ride. But their cute bonding moment gets interrupted. Sabretooth attacks and beats the dog shit out of Wolverine. Luckily, they're rescued by two randos in leather bike gear.
Oh, harder, Daddy.
Later on, Logan wakes up unaware of where he's at, and he runs around the school looking like a madman until Principal X tricks him into his office.
Good morning, Logan.
Storm. What do they call you? Wheels? Cyclops, right? You want to get out of my way?
James Marsden really did get fucked over this franchise. He's fine in the role, but he's never given enough focus to truly stand out as Cyclops. Principal X gives Logan the tour of the X-Mansion, explaining who the X-Men are and what they're all about.
Nice place, nigga.
He wants 2 days to figure out what Magneto wants with Logan, and to potentially fix his fucked up brain. After another hate rally, Senator Kelly gets assaulted on this helicopter and is kidnapped by the Brotherhood.
Oh yeah! Look at you! You was popping all that good shit a second ago, then you got kicked in your chest! Joke's on you, I'm into that shit!
Mystique is so iconic and sexy, Rebecca Romaine kills this fucking role.
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
Back to his lair, Magneto explains to Senator Kelly that it is over. Magneto uses a machine that alters Senator Kelly's DNA, effectively changing him into a new mutant. How did Magneto create this machine? How does it work? The movie doesn't say, so chalk up the super science nonsense. Back at the school, Logan tries to rizz up Jean by getting her to read the dirty little thoughts in his mind. Cyclops interrupts and tells Logan to back off from his girl.
Oh, and Logan, stay away from my girl.
Logan is so pissed that he can smell Cyclops apparently clapping Jean's cheeks that he snaps and almost murders a student. Senator Kelly uses his new Jellyman powers to escape from his prison cell. and Sabretooth fucks up by dropping his dumbass. Why didn't Magneto fly down there to scoop him up before he got away?
Stupid.
You need to leave!
Fake Iceman convinces Rogue to leave the school due to her bad breath causing the fire alarms to go off. Principal X uses Cerebro to track down Rogue at a train station.
Why don't you just use it to find Magneto?
I've been trying, but he seems to have found some way to shield himself from it.
How would he know how to do that?
Because he helped me build it.
Stupid.
At the train station, Sabretooth pulls up on Storm and starts getting all
Real freaking naughty.
begging for her to scream for him. To this day, I don't know why he was so obsessed with that.
Pretty lady! Pretty lady!
Cyclops' stupid ass gets caught off guard, causing distraction, so Magneto can scoop up Rogue. So she's who he's been after this whole time, not Logan. He suffers from main character syndrome.
What the hell do you want with me?
You? What the boy? Whoever said I wanted you?
Brotherhood tries to leave, but they're stopped by the police.
You got me now, huh? You figured me out. You fucking income fucking poop. You figured me out. You got me red-handed.
Magneto takes all the cops' guns and turns them on themselves.
You Homo sapiens and your guns.
Principal X mind controls Sabretooth and Toad to convince Eric to give up. But Charles lets him go once he realizes that Magneto ain't bullshitting, almost killing one of the cops.
Still unwilling to make sacrifices. That's what makes you weak.
Pussy.
Back at the X Mansion, everyone is embarrassed that Magneto made him look like a bunch of punk bitches. Senator Kelly arrives seeking help for what was done to him, receiving some racist karma.
I was afraid if I went to hospital, they would treat you like a mutant.
Message.
After reading his mind, X-Men deduce that Magneto plans to transfer his powers into Rogue and use her as a battery for his mutant-making machine. Which seems more like a Mr. Sinister plan than a Magneto plan, but whatever. Storm watches Senator Kelly dissolve into a puddle of piss.
Senator Kelly is dead.
Oh no! Anyway.
Principal X tries to track down Rogue again with Cerebro, but things go a little haywire. Earlier, fake Iceman snuck into the sub-basement and put some poison, I guess, into Cerebro, which puts him into a coma. This is a common trope in the X-Men movie franchise to sideline Charles due to him being super OP. The X-Men feel lost without the guidance of Jean-Luc Picard. So Jean does the unthinkable and uses Cerebro to track down Rogue's location.
Jake, no!
You alright?
I know where Magneto's going.
Team suits up to stop the Brotherhood on Liberty Island.
You actually go outside in these things?
What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Yes, nigga, that's what the fuck I want to see. Mystique tries to hit them with the okie doke, but Logan is one step ahead of her.
Wait!
And somehow Toad takes out the rest of the team.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Toad should not be this OP against the X-Men. Storm returns to handle Toad, and she drops some heat on his ass.
You know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man. No, I'm sorry.
This is how you break your foot off in a motherfucker's ass! Yeah!
Do you think this scene would be called woke feminist garbage by today's audiences? Because Mystique clearly beats the brakes off of Wolverine in this movie. Y'all let me know what you think about it in the comments.
He got cooked. Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh? He got cooked.
Logan murders Mystique disguised as Storm, then regroups with the others. The X-Men are captured by Magneto, and all hope seems lost.
Storm, fry him.
Oh yes, a bolt of lightning into a huge copper conductor. I thought you lived at a school.
I gotta say, Magneto was low-key hilarious in this movie.
Toad has a wicked tongue, Senator. Just like you. Young people, you sure you saw what you saw?
Wolverine points out that Magneto ain't as down as he pretends to be.
You're so full of shit. If you were really so righteous, it'd be you in that thing.
How may I help you, my brother? Look, I'm here because I can't stand what's happening in this community. Yes! Yeah, and somebody has to make a change. Yes! Now, brother, will you help me? Yes! Well!
Smell like bitch in here!
Magneto proceeds to transfer his powers into Rogue, while Wolverine stabs himself to cut through his restraints. He and Sabretooth have an awesome for its time fight sequence.
Hey, boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
Berserker barrage!
Sabretooth's old "Hey, where's my hug head" ass goes back to creeping on Storm.
You owe me a scream.
Logan returns with Cyclops' visor, which he uses to keep Sabretooth away from the rest of this trilogy. The X-Men work together to get Wolverine on top of the mutant machine so he can destroy it. But Magneto ain't going out like no bitch. My leg! The mutant machine is destroyed and Rogue is revived by Logan's healing factor. They are safe. Principal X wakes up from his nap, Magneto is arrested, Mystique sneaks away, and Rogue now has her iconic white streak in her hair. Probably because Kevin Feige nagged him to death about it during production meetings. Logan leaves the school with his honorary GED, while Magneto vows to stay 10 toes down on them people's necks. And that's the end of the movie. So this movie is a solid adaptation of the X-Men comic book series. It's not perfect, but over time, I'm not as hard on the first two films as I used to be. In hindsight, there is room for improvement though. Like let's not get that wrong. The X-Men are greatly underpowered in this film due to budget constraints and the somewhat grounded tone the 2000 super flicks were known for. Both of the casting was solid. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is goated, even though it took me a while to get over the height issue with Logan. Overall, the handling of Halle Berry as Storm left a lot to be desired throughout the franchise. But the handling of Rogue still annoys me to this day. I like Anna Paquin, but they nerfed Rogue into someone damn near unrecognizable. Hopefully the MCU will do better. I'm so happy we've gotten out of the all-black costumes and characters barely looking like the source material era with superhero movies that was rampant in the early 2000s. X-Men is a big movie that set a lot of trends for the superhero movie genre, but it's still a lot of credit from the movie that really jumped this shit off.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
Well, thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back in another one if they ain't hating.